And there is a step-up function as well. So that's for at least 7,000 ounces delivered starting January 1st, 2025.
Talking silver here and royalties today with Silver Crown Royalties. Peter, great to have you here. And we've turned up in full force because I brought the two Tucano experts with me, Lars and Stein, because you actually signed a royalty deal with Tucano. What a coincidence.
Yeah, no, it's great. It's been a couple months in the works and we're very, very excited about this one. It's a little different from the other ones that we've done in that this is the only one that is equity only. So we're not paying any cash for the silver from Tucano. The company, Tucano, is investing in a way in Silver Crown. They're going to end up with 7% of the company, and we get silver production from Tucano going forward.
Hey, and Peter, perhaps you can quickly outline what those terms of the deal actually are for Silver Crown and Tucano?
Yeah, absolutely. So we get 90% of the silver at the mine, which roughly represents about 0.1% of revenue's life of mine. We're issuing 2.5 million shares of Silver Crown, $1 Canadian million. And there is a step-up function as well. So that's for at least 7,000 ounces delivered starting January 1st, 2025. So again, this goes back to our minimum delivery obligations that we layer into every contract we do, or 90% of the silver payable that's produced. Now, recall the mine is supposed to restart or is projected to restart in the second quarter of this year. So we believe we're going to start getting paid on that Q2 production. And the step-up function in this particular instance is for an extra 3,000 ounces per year, so going from 7 to 10,000 ounces, and an extra $500,000 Canadian. That's the bonus payment that's layered in.
And a quick follow-up question on that, Peter. So for royalties, you can of course have physical deliveries where you as a royalty company would get the physical silver yourself, and you of course have those cash-based royalties. Which one are you going for in this case?
In this case, as with the other two, these are all cash deliveries. The cash payments are based on the silver price, of course, and on the silver production, or a calculation that is based on the minimum amount. But because Tucano, as well as Pilar and Elk, do not produce physical silver 99.99 pure, there's no reason to take delivery. All these companies, all these mines produce either a concentrate or a doré bullion, which further gets refined into the individual elements. So what leaves the mine is not actually silver per se, it's an amalgam of silver and gold. So yes, we could ask for physical delivery, but that would require Tucano to go and buy physical silver in the market and then further insure it and transport it to us. That's just extra cost to them, extra cost to everybody. If we want physical silver, we can just take the cash that we get from Tucano and buy it ourselves.
Talking about physical silver, currently we are at about $22 market price for silver. What's the price level where you're going to lose sleep? What's the minimum in your business case?
Honestly, under $5 silver. As it stands right now, because of the minimum deliveries, as well as because there's no additional payments that we have to make on any future payments or deliveries, these are all royalties. So we just get a slice of the revenue. As long as the mine is operating, we're happy. And honestly, I think that if you go below $10 per ounce silver, there's other problems in the world. It's that part is not the one that will make me lose sleep. What will make me lose sleep is obviously the performance of the mine, whether or not it's restarting properly, what the cost base is at the mine. Because if the mine's not operating, we're not getting paid. So if the mine is unprofitable and there's potential of it shutting down, that's a risk to us. Outside factors like government policy that we've seen in Cobre Panama, for instance, in Panama, these types of things are ones that would keep me up at night. And the only way we found so far that you can get around dealing with these unpredictable risks is through diversification. So adding this third asset is really great for us because we have diversified our risk profile by 30%. And each new asset that we add further dilutes that risk. And eventually we're targeting at least 10 assets with no more than 10% of our invested capital going into any given one, and continue on in that vein so that we do not expose ourselves more than 10% to any individual project, just in case something happens.
Okay, I'm talking about silver prices. I just checked. Silver actually had an all-time low in 1932 during the Great Depression. So if you go that far back, but if we look at 2003, that's where silver broke through the $5 barrier. 2010 we already had $20, and then 2018 we had $15. 21 we had $25, so we are quite far off from the 1932 lows of silver, and that's good to see. And the other big part in this equation, of course, is Tucano is going to go public listing, and you're going to go public listing too this year.
That is the plan, yes. We are right now in the final stages of doing the pre-listing issue. We're going to close that at the end of this month, and then we're going to proceed with very likely a reverse takeover transaction where we select a shell that is already on the exchange, either in Canada or elsewhere, and we essentially end up going public through that shell. So that is the plan. We still target the first half of this year, so second quarter of 2024 for a public listing. Look, there's always slippage with these things. Could it be Q3? Of course. But so far, there's no reason to think that we would not be able to get public and trading in the second quarter.
Makes complete sense, Peter. And of course, we have already done a video on the ways a company can go public. Link will be in the description for the viewers at home. Now, another question for the viewers at home. How can people at home actually participate in Silver Crown Royalties as the company currently stands as a private company?
So there actually is a portal where you can contact us on our website. You can ask for a subscription agreement. That's one way to participate. Another way to participate, unfortunately, you probably would not be able to get the same pricing, is if you wait for the RTO or for after we're public, which would be in the second half of this year. But today, the best way to participate is simply to get in touch with us or go to the website. There's a portal there that you can contact us, and we'll be happy to share the information with you and provide you with whatever answers you need to your questions.
Exciting times, Peter. Congrats again on closing that royalty deal with Tucano, and we look forward to that public listing.